Hi. Since Holy Masses have been allowed in churches, or at least in some churches, and lectors have to proclaim the readings, we are resuming our weekly lectors training. So, welcome, brothers and sisters. Welcome to lectors training on Sunday readings. Today we'll practice for July 26, the 17th Sunday in Ordinary Time. It's been a while since our last training, so let me first give you a few reminders as to the openings and closings. First, please read with me. Establish eye contact with the assembly and announce from memory a reading from. Then take a pause 3 full beats before starting the reading. Say a reading from instead of a reading. Do not vary from this prescribed introductory formula. Names of characters should be highlighted. Then pause again 3 beats at the end and establish eye contact before announcing again from memory the word of the Lord. Say the, because the word that follows, which is Lord, begins with a consonant sound. If the next word begins with a vowel sound, say the, as in the Acts of the Apostles. Anyway, at the end, maintain eye contact while the assembly makes its response. And to guide us with our proclamation, our reference books have given us these tips. In the first reading, distinguish 3 different voices: the narrator's, God's, and Solomon's. When you read the narrator's part, read slowly. And when you read God's part, remember the voice should be loud and strong. For Solomon's lines, in the first 2 lines, make or use a low voice, like a young, inexperienced, unsure youth. In the last 2 lines, raise your voice a little, but be firm. Also, pay special attention to the word Solomon and then govern. Govern. Direct God's words to the assembly by making eye contact with them. Emphasize that God will give them what they ask. Speak Solomon's words describing himself with humility. Offer Solomon's request of God as a prayer of petition. Do not sound begging. Pause after proclaiming each item Solomon did not ask for, allowing the assembly to ponder whether they would ask for it or not. Take your time proclaiming that the Lord will fulfill Solomon's request. Conclude with a note of pride in your voice, as Solomon will rule filled with the gift of wisdom. Again, just a few reminders. Red lines suggest emphasis or stress. They signal the raising of your voice. It's also one way of avoiding monotony. Yellow lines suggest eye contact or looking at the assembly. 1 slash means a short pause. 2 slashes mean a longer pause. And now the full text. A reading from the first book of Kings. The Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream at night. God said, "Ask something of me, and I will give it to you." Solomon answered, "O Lord my God, you have made me your servant, king to succeed my father David. But I am a mere youth, not knowing at all how to act. I serve you in the midst of the people whom you have chosen, a people so vast that it cannot be numbered or counted. Give your servant, therefore, an understanding heart, to judge your people and to distinguish right from wrong. For who is able to govern this vast people of yours? The Lord was pleased that Solomon made this request. So God said to him, "Because you have asked for this, not for a long life for yourself, nor for riches, nor for the life of your enemies, but for understanding, so that you may know what is right, I do as you requested. I give you a heart so wise and understanding that there has never been anyone like you up to now, and after you there will come no one to equal you." The word of the Lord. In the second reading, St. Paul is trying to lift the spirit of a tired and dejected community. Maintain a calm pace, do not rush, but keep your voice firm and strong. Start in a low voice, building up with each line until the last line, where your voice should be the strongest and the loudest. Please pay attention to the word predestined. Second reading. A reading from the letter of St. Paul to the Romans. Brothers and sisters, we know that all things work for good for those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. For those he foreknew, he also predestined to be conformed to the image of his Son, so that he might be the firstborn among many brothers and sisters. And those he predestined, he also called. And those he called, he also justified. And those he justified, he also glorified. The word of the Lord. That's it, brothers and sisters. Join me again next week for the readings of August 2, the 18th Sunday in Ordinary Time. Until then, bye and God bless.